Today we have a real-world fence fixing scenario for you. We're at Ashley's farm where we're using tape on T-posts. Ashley, what do we have going on here with our corner?
So when we originally built this fence, this top strand wasn't supposed to have any electric in it. So I had no intentions of fully tensioning it. So in the top corner, we just put the cap insulator, which as you can see has since busted. And we have replaced it with a wraparound insulator, which is also busted, and we have it held together with zip ties. So this corner needs some tension on this top strand, and this post is leaning, so it needs to be braced up to help with the entire fence line.
Gotcha. So I think the first thing we want to do here, Ashley, is we'll pop our pin locks off and just deal with our corner brace first. We'll get this post braced up, and then we'll be able to retension and add our other insulators. Does that sound good?
Yeah, let's get the fence out of the way and get that post sturdy.
Cool. So at this point, we have our T-post stripped down and clear of everything else. We're going to be using a LockJawz corner brace kit to brace this T-post. For a fully detailed assembly video for this LockJawz corner kit, you can check out our other video, walks you through step by step what we're about to do. But we'll slide our barrel onto this post, and that'll give us a lineup for our diagonal post, which is going to be anchored in 2 more vertical posts. We'll be driving those in place with the post driver. All right, so I'm going to be assembling the upper and lower connection points for our diagonal brace while Ashley knocks the plate off of our diagonal T-post. All right, so we're looking at our diagonal post here. If I put the upper and the lower on, this will help us get our mark for the second vertical post in our brace assembly. We're going to start higher on this sleeve, that way we have more room for adjustment. You like that mark there, Ashley?
That looks about right down the line.
All right, I'll take this away and we'll drive that post. So we'll get our foot up against the second vertical post, and then this will line up with our corner post. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other side, get that post driven in the ground. Okay. That's the beauty with this LockJawz corners. We don't have to be locked into perfect 90-degree angles. We can do acute or obtuse as well. With our brace kit assembled, we have structural stability back behind this T-post again. Now we're ready to add our pin lock insulator so we can add the tensioner that we didn't have on this top strand before.
We use a pin lock insulator so that we can put our tensioners behind this pin in the front and run our tape on each side. Sometimes these don't want to go over posts if they've been driven with a driver, so you got to tap them on with a hammer. Then we'll put our plates, 2 of them will fit in between that pin and replace the pin.
Next, we can work from the bottom up, reattaching each strand, ending with the top strand that we need to cut so that we can feed it into our tensioners. So now that our brace is tensioned, our top strand is a little bit tight, so we'll have to go let some slack out so that we're cutting this in the right place for our tensioners. So we pulled enough slack through to give us enough to cut. So I'll hand this to Ashley. We'll cut this ribbon right on mark.
Gonna hand that one to you.
So I'm gonna let Ashley tie these off because she's much better at it than I am.
Just like an old-fashioned belt buckle. Weave it in through. Back out. Here's a good place to decide where you want your tension to be, because once you put it back through, it's a little bit harder to pull it through. And the best way to tie these off is just to put it back through where you started.
And lastly, we can add insulators to the remaining T-posts. This diagonal brace is already insulated because of our top and bottom kit, and we can add our top caps to each T-post as well. So we solved both our problems here on this fence. We used a LockJawz corner kit to fix and brace our leaning corner post, and we used a pin lock insulator with tape tensioners to add some tension to our top strand. Both of these fixes today were quick and easy, and all the products we use can be found at kencove.com. If there are other fence repair videos that you'd like to see, you can drop your questions and ideas in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more fencing tips and expert advice.